Hey guys, it's Tracy with Not Afraid of Color. Welcome to my channel. And today this is just a short video. It's kind of a cut part from another video I did for Fairy Hug stamps. But it was too long, so I split it up and I'll do this part with my own channel. So what we're going to make here is this kind of night sky background. And this is the end of the other one, but I have a piece of just regular cardstock, the Accent Opaque 110 pound, because I'm not going to be getting this wet. And I'm using my Stampin' Up! Pads that I got from Nancy and some VersaFine Claire. And yes, this is very sped up because, as I said, it's just a quick video to show you how I got this. So I'm going to take the darkest blue here and start with one of my blending foams, the finger ones, and I'm going to go in pretty heavy. So I don't want to smear ink anywhere, so I'm using a stick it post-it note to kind of hold that down while I'm working with it. And I start heavy and then I go a little bit lighter and just kind of keep going back and forth. I want the top part to be very dark and heavy. So then I'm going to go in with this indigo, which I love, love, love this color. And I'm going to use the same foam, and then I'm going to go in from the side and just do the same thing, start off heavy and then go lighter and blend it up. So I mean, you've all seen blending, so you know what it looks like, but just kind of blending it up. And then I'm going to go ahead and flip the paper, wipe off my mess there, and hang on to it with that stick it note. I'm going to switch out my pads, my little foam blenders, and I'm going to go in with this plum color and starting off from the edge again, and I'm going to blend it up into that indigo and just same thing, just go heavier and then lighter and just get that blended across. Now I just re-inked these pads so they're pretty juicy, but I'm going in now with the darkest purple, the eggplant. Gosh, I just am in love with these colors that I got. And I can't say enough about this ink. I think it's great. And this one's really wet, so I have to be patient trying to kind of blend it out. But once I've got that all blended out, I'm going to put away these stamp pads here. And I actually don't use the VersaFine in this video, by the way. I use it in the follow-up video, which is going to be July 23rd, I think. I'll put it in the description box. So what I'm going to do, and you guys have seen me do this before, is I'm going to kind of do my batik method. I've got this mask that I've made out of a piece of laminate paper or laminate folder. And I'm just going to wet my paper towel. I'm going to protect the rest of the picture with the mask. I'm going to wet my paper towel, and I'm just going to go in and start dipping, just start lifting that color. And it does take several rounds to get it as light as I want. Now, I could have just masked that off, but I really wanted to keep the colors. I just wanted to lighten them significantly. So I just keep going back and forth, kind of getting that wet, dabbing it off. See those little jaggedy edges? I don't mind about those. Those are okay because in the follow-up video, I actually put glitter around that. And so it leaves kind of a nice dark spot that I kind of like. But still, I dry it off and then go back in and do it again. And just keep on tapping away until you get it as light as you want. But you do want to dry it in between because it's not watercolor paper. So you don't want to have your paper start ripping up on you. And I just press and hold, and I lift right there if it starts to leak, and then just wipe that off because it will start to leak if you get your paper towel too wet. And I'm going to go in once more, and I'm going to actually wet my paper towel, and I'm going to set it on there and just press and hold and push it in like I do with the batik method, just to really kind of lift that color. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Just dab that off a little bit. And then you can go in even directly with some water in the center, because I do want the center a little bit lighter so it gives it kind of a round appearance. And just bear with me here while I refill my water bottle. I use a lot of water. By the way, I use distilled water. when I'm working, because Alabama water is red and I don't trust it to not get weird on my card maybe later. But I'm just going in the center and just getting a bit more water there along the center of it. And again, the main purpose of this is because my Fairy Hugs video was like 42 minutes. And this is the only part that I felt like I really shouldn't cut out, but I had to. And so I just am keeping it on a separate video. If you already know how to do this, you know how to do this. Oh, you know what? I do end up using the Versamark because I'm going to make the mountains. I'm just making sure that's nice and dry. I'm happy with that. So what I want to do though is I do want to trim that down to the size that I need it. But I'm going to make my mountains first, and I'm just ripping a piece of 110-pound cardstock and using it as kind of a mask slash stencil. And I'm going to use my little brushes here. I'm going to go in with this Purple Delight, and I'm going to start to make my mountain range there, or my space range, or whatever. And I'm just going in just kind of normal, not too heavy, and you know, kind of spreading that down as I go, but fairly light, because I want to do another set, but I want it darker. So I'm going in real heavy with the ink, and then just, you know, lightening it down as I go. And then I'm going to go in with a darker color, which is going to be the, I can't see that, some purple. It's going to be a purple. The way I like to do it is to do the lightest to darkest to give it that depth. And then I'm going to go ahead and flip my paper over. I probably should have done that on the first one, but I didn't, and it's okay. I'm going in now with the Twilight, which is my absolute favorite. I just ended up buying a re-inker for that one because I use it so much. And kind of just get the bottom there of that little hilly area. And go ahead and put my blending brushes away. And these are the $9 ones I got on Amazon, or $10, whatever. And I'm going to just kind of wipe up my mess there a little bit, and then I'm going to get out my trimmer here. And I want to trim this 2.4 by 5.25. And I've got to kind of eyeball it because I want to keep my little planet moon thing kind of centered. And I line up not with the bottom, but with the side lines, because the bottom is a little bit crooked already. And so once I know that's nice and straight, then I'll go ahead and trim off to my 5.25 so that I can fit that on an A2 card base, and I'll do it on a black card base. Anyway, that's that. That's finished. Now all you have to do is just kind of add a night sky or whatever you like. And you know, I always like to make sure it's completely dry because I do plan on doing some embossing next. Thanks for watching, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and comment. And if you like what you see and you want to see more, hit that subscribe button and then hit the little bell for notifications so that whenever I upload a video, you're good to go. Thanks again.